judge specifically ordered that you were to preserve that phone.
Objection, Your Honor.
I'll see counsel at sidebar.
Oh man, things are getting spicy.
People within the photograph.
Welcome to day
How do you not admit,
10
yes, yeah, of course I'm trained in
of the Karen Reed
cover up and
story.
stuff. Like, I know this stuff. I know.
And what you hear would be
you would
the
actually look
DUI
smarter.
guy.
You look a lot smarter if you just admit it. You look much more guilty if you try and say, no, of course not. I know nothing of the sort. Why would you even insinuate something like that? Counselor? Like, come on, dude, just say it. Yeah, of course I do. Come on, it's easy. I've been dealing with this stuff. I'm surrounded by criminals. I am one, you know? Just say it. Just say it. But when you try to, like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, you look even stupider. God. So bad. So bad.
John O'Keefe and Tim Daly.
Oh, I just can't. I can't believe he's not admitting the like basic stuff, basic, rudimentary, easy, obvious stuff. He's just like, no, I'm a police officer. I've never investigated a crime before. What's happening? What is happening?
That's Karen Reed.
No, they're gonna excuse the jury. I think they're excusing the jury. Oh my god. It's about to go down. Something is about to go down. Let's watch. He's still on the stand.
Right, and I am going to see if his counsel here, he has a right to be present. Sure.
What is going on? Is he going to do a testimony by avowal? Testimony by avowal is testimony of a witness outside the presence of a jury. Is he going to do a testimony by Wait, Brian Albert wants his lawyer? Testimony by avowal is testimony of a witness outside the presence of a jury. What? Whoa. Did he just ask for his lawyer? No way. What? Whoa. Did he just ask for his lawyer? No way. Oh, things are getting spicy. Should I go back real quick? I'm afraid to miss it. Like,
Objection, Your Honor.
I'll see.
Ordered that you were to preserve that phone.
Objection, Your Honor.
I'll see counsel at sidebar.
13 feet. Yeah, 13 feet.
should I go back real quick?
Okay, that's
Oh, it's back to OnlyFans. What did I miss? Off the bench, okay. Wait a minute, I'm so confused. What did I miss?
Of several years, I'm not sure how many.
I went back.
And Mr.
This is a rewatch.
Was notified by the Commonwealth that on September 23rd, 2022, all of 2022, a judge specifically ordered you to preserve that phone.
Objection, Your Honor.
Preserve that phone.
I'll see counsel at sidebar.
Bev said he wanted counsel present.
Josh, he's the second truck in line there.
Oh my god. Because it was illegal to destroy the phone. Right, exactly. Self-incrimination, exactly. But I didn't hear...
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Right, and I am going to see if his counsel here, he has a right to be present. Sure. If his counsel here, he has a right to be present.
I'm gonna see if his lawyer has a right to be I'm sorry.
I'm going to see if his counsel here, he has a right to be present.
If his counsel has a right to be present in the courtroom. Okay, this is live.
All right, so Mr. Jackson, you can have a voir dire.
Yeah, voir dire, testimony by vowel. Here we go. The jury's not in the room.
Yes.
What is this cop trying to hide? I think he killed O'Keefe. That's only my opinion.
I'm not exactly sure of the date.
The jury's not in the room.
2022.
What is this cop trying to hide?
I'm just not sure the exact date or even the month.
That's only my opinion.
I'm not sure. I believe prior to some of the other
When a jury has to leave like this, what do you think is going through their minds, people? What's he trying to hide?
no, prior to the other testimony.
Oh my god.
Jury has to leave like this. What do you think?
I'm not sure of the exact date. I believe it was
Megan, this is voir dire
maybe the end of
testimony.
22. I'm
He's
not
giving
sure.
testimony by a vowel, meaning the jury is not in the room. He's asking him questions with his lawyer present. Judge Bev is going to determine whether or not he can take the fifth on this testimony. He's going to re-ask all of
I
this in
believe
front
so,
of the
right
jury,
around that
maybe.
time, yes. I'm just trying to remember the time, and I can't remember it.
This is insanity. I've never seen this before.
I never have either.
Because he's incriminating himself. He knows that he could potentially incriminate himself with his
See,
testimony.
it's sidebar about the extent of the influence.
Oh my god. Yeah, if he takes the fifth, the case is over. I agree with you, Tracy. The jury's gonna be like, why is the witness taking the fifth? No, Megan, I have never seen a witness that is allegedly one of the, victims or family of the victims or whatever you want to call, not family, but like friends of the victims, take the fifth in the middle of trial, in the middle of his testimony, asking for a break for his lawyer to come in as they start discussions, asking questions about what happened to the cell phone data of your phone, because he destroyed it. Brian Albert, as I understand, he destroyed his cell phone. He did something with it. He manipulated it. He got rid of it. And they can't track him down.
I got an next one behind the attenuator.
Is my mic too loud? I'm sorry. Yeah, do you understand now? It is insane.
Right here.
And this guy has been acting guilty all trial long. Let me turn down my microphone settings. I apologize, you guys. I'm just really excited right now. You can probably tell.
Mexico license.
Oh.
The registered owner, not the same individual.
He admitted to perjuring himself. Like, he didn't say he's admitting, but he said that one time he said this and another time he said something else. Thank you, Alabama Rose. So they get rid of the phone, they get rid of the dog, they get rid of Brian Higgins' phone, they get rid of Brian Albert's phone, they get rid of the dog, they get rid of the house. He loses his job. Or not loses, he retires. I mean, like, all of that in the same year.
What's wrong with
They don't
this?
find the shoe. They don't find like. It's
Yes.
so insane.
I'm a very more down there with you.
I would draw your attention to 2023.
Right, I'm here with you.
Now I'm the fall of 2022.
Rodney,
September of
head to the
2022.
place you are.
Yes.
Did you receive a notice on Commonwealth letterhead indicating that you were not to destroy or in any way manipulate any data on your cell phone? Destroy the phone itself, or to manipulate or destroy any data on that cell phone?
I do not remember getting that letter. No.
I'm gonna read this.
Bull crap.
The way you guys are going. And he just
Did you receive a letter that said, in essence, not even in essence, it should be quoted?
This should be better.
Quote, you, Mr. Albert, are hereby notified that the defense in the case of Commonwealth versus Karen Reed, Norfolk Superior Court, criminal case number 22-117, has filed a motion pursuant to Mass R. Crim P. 17. The production of any cell phones that you used between January 28, 2022 and
I
February
believe he murdered O'Keefe.
and or any data associated with those cell phones. Period. The hearing on Mr. Reed's motion will be held on October 3, 2022 at 2 p.m. in courtroom 1 of the Norfolk Superior Court. You may be heard on the motion
the
at that time.
290
You are hereby placed on notice
0 repeating
that
12
these cell phones are subject to pending litigation, and you must not alter, delete, destroy, or in any way manipulate any of these electronic data associated with the cell phones at issue. Period. End quote. Did you receive a notice from the Commonwealth with that language?
I don't remember receiving that document. No.
When you told me the other things,
Yes, he did. He committed perjury.
cell phone, in order to preserve your phone.
Subsequent to me upgrading my phone, I spoke with the DA's office. So after that, they told me via a phone call that that was the case.
So your testimony is you never received the notice that I just read, but you did talk to the DA and he told you to preserve, you were on notice that you were to preserve your phone.
After.
I
Right,
didn't
well-
want to say that, Mr. Albert. My question is, did you have the conversation with Mr. Lowry?
Yes.
Okay. When was that conversation, sir?
So I don't have the exact date of the conversation. I'm not sure.
Who did you talk to on the phone exactly? Was Mr. Lowry alone or was it a conference call?
It was a conference call.
Who else was on that conference call?
I believe Steve Nelson and other witnesses in the case were on the conference call.
Can you name those witnesses for us?
I believe it was Brian Higgins. I believe Jen McCabe, Matt McCabe, and maybe somebody else, but I can't recall.
Who initiated that conference call?
11:27.
I believe it was somebody in the DA's office, so either Mr. Lally or Steve Nelson, somebody like that.
Did everybody just call into a central number, a conference line?
Yes.
And what exactly did Mr. Lally say to you during the course of that conversation about preserving your phone?
During the conversation, Mr. Lally said that the defense had filed a motion to ask for the phones to be preserved.
And anything else?
That's what I remember him saying.
Did you volunteer that, oh my goodness, I just upgraded my phone last week?
No,
You didn't say that to Mr. Lally?
no,
You just took the
Oh, what a
opportunity,
coinkydink.
hung up the phone and what about your business?
yes,
Without notifying him that the very phone that he had just ordered you to preserve had just been destroyed.
Oh.
no, the phone wasn't destroyed. I upgraded the phone.
The data was destroyed, sir. Correct?
I did not destroy any data on any phone.
Bull crap.
I upgraded my phone.
When you upgrade a phone, you know that the phone is set back to factory reset before your new phone is handed to you, correct? Happens every time.
I don't know that.
Oh, come on.
Personal texts with your doctor, personal communications with Mr. Henning, your lawyer. You're just gonna hand that to a pimply-faced kid at Best Buy and say, "Here's my phone." You know that data is destroyed when you upgrade your phone, right?
I think some things are come over across contacts, things like that. So I don't know that for sure.
You can back up your data, sir, but the phone data is destroyed for all purposes. It's factory reset, correct?
I don't know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Bull crap, you've been a cop 30 plus years, you dummy.
Years,
How many times have you upgraded your phone?
multiple times.
Every single time you upgrade it. You know the phone prior.
Look at how heavy his breathing is.
Usually my contacts come over, my photos come over. So
That's a
But
fact.
not your data.
no, I don't think I have that on backup, but okay.
Irrespective, you didn't tell Mr. Lally that you had gotten rid of that phone.
Look at the
I was not asked that, and I didn't tell him that.
I see. You felt like if you weren't asked that, you didn't even volunteer it, even though the conference call was specifically about preserving your phone pursuant to a judge's order. Correct?
What was the question?
Oh my God.
You didn't offer.
He's losing it.
Mr.
He's
Lally
losing
that
it.
You had gotten rid of the very phone that he was telling you had to be preserved due to a judge's order.
I did not.
Bull crap.
Any advice from him? I'm not asking you for the communication. You did not seek any advice from counsel at that time.
He's quivering.
For those purposes.
I don't believe I did. No.
And I'm just wondering.
Sure.
Oh my God. Nailed to the wall. Oh my God, man. I haven't seen a crucifixion like this since Jesus.
At some point, you indicated, Mr. Albert, at another proceeding, under oath, in relation to a conversation that you had with Brian Higgins about your phone. Quote, I don't recall saying I was going to get rid of my personal phone to Brian Higgins. I may have said that. You know, there's personal stuff on my phone. But I don't recall saying that to him, but I don't know. We had multiple conversations about that. Remember saying that at under oath at another hearing?
Yes.
You literally admitted at that hearing there's personal private data on that phone. Hence, you got rid of it. Right?
No.
You certainly wouldn't
No.
allow some kid at the AT&T.
He just can't admit it, can he?
Personal private data. You're a cop.
No, I assume he doesn't have it.
Why would you assume that?
Why would you assume? You can't. How can you assume?
He took the phone and has it.
And
What?
happens to the data on the phone, sir? Let's just use common sense. What
Yeah.
do you honestly think happens to the data on the phone when you turn it in and upgrade your phone?
I'm sure that the data's not there anymore. I'm sure.
It's destroyed.
There you go.
I don't know that for a fact. I know that some things are transferred back to the new phone.
Finally, you accidentally spoke the truth.
No, the data is not there at all.
Some data, I guess, isn't. Yes.
That's right, Ms. Bell.
No, that's all I have.
All right. Still, Ellie, any questions?
No, no.
All right, I'm going to take a short recess. I'm going to let this witness, if he chooses to have a few minutes.
With his attorney. Oh my God. What did I just witness, folks? I'm still in shock. What did I just witness?
Committed perjury.
Testimony by a vowel. It's called voir dire, testimony by a vowel. It's all the same thing. Brian Albert gives testimony outside the presence of the jury. That's wild, folks. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be like, dramatic or anything when I say I have never in my career seen, in the middle of a murder trial, testimony given by a vowel or voir dire. It's the same thing. and him consulting his lawyer whether or not he should take the fifth in front of the jury on this testimony. Oh my God. And the judge just let it happen. No, it's avowal. I know, it sounds weird. It's AVOWEL. Testimony by avowal. Or maybe double L. I forget.
People, this
Or
is wrong.
AVOWAL. There we go.
What do you think the jury gonna feel? You know, what they hiding from the jury?
Here it is.
What
I
would
can
you
show
think
folks.
if you was on the
It's a
jury?
weird,
Leave your comment.
courtroom thing. It's rarely used. I've never seen it. I'm telling you, this is a first for me in so many levels. A sworn statement, avowal, testimony by avowal, often refers to a sworn statement a witness makes after the judge rules that his or her testimony will not be admitted at trial. The avowal creates a record of what the witness would have said, which may be considered by a higher court if a party appeals the judge's refusal to allow the testimony. So now the judge is going to determine, and well, I guess the witness is going to determine whether or not he's going to take the fifth. And if he does not take the fifth, the judge is going to allow the jury to hear all of this witness. What you have just witnessed as the DCV Titan, you have just witnessed the unveiling of a cover-up, and the only downside is that guy won't go to prison and meet some old acquaintances in general population. Yeah. That's testimony by avowal. Also known as voir direing the witness. Have you all seen the trial of the Chicago 7? Shout out if you've seen the trial of the Chicago 7.
Make sure you go to the DUI guy and
There's a
subscribe to
moment in
his
that trial,
channel.
in the trial of the Chicago 7, if you remember, when the former Attorney General Ramsey takes the witness stand. Do you remember that? And William Kunstler, remember William Kunstler does a direct examination of former Attorney General Ramsey Clark. And he testifies, Ramsey Clark testifies via voir dire outside the presence of the jury. Do you remember that? Those of you who have seen it? So Ramsey Clark testifies outside the presence of the jury, and William Kunstler asks the judge for the jury to hear the testimony of Ramsey Clark, the former Attorney General who decided not to indict the Chicago 7, the old administration. And so the judge rules against him. The judge says, no, the jury will not be hearing the testimony of Ramsey Clark. And he says, what do you mean? Why not? That was very useful testimony. And the judge is like, no, it wasn't useful.
Bull crap.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. For those of you who do, now you understand. That's it happening in real life. That's Ramsey Clark on the stand, basically, for a minute. You know, the embodiment thereof, if you will. Oh. And we're about, yeah, right, exactly. We're about to find out if he's going to testify to this. He's talking to his lawyer. Brian Albert is talking to his lawyer right now. This is crazy.
I agree, Larry.
Wow. can't wait to see what happens.
I like to see him go to jail. Because I believe he killed O'Keefe. That's only my opinion. I agree with you people that she was set up by a corrupt police department.
So, he's gonna come back. Brian Albert, let's predict what might happen. Let's predict this together.
The 5th?
Brian Albert is gonna come back and he's going to say one of two things. Yes, I'm ready to testify. I'm not pleading the 5th, or I'm pleading the 5th, Your Honor. If he pleads the 5th, the jury doesn't get to hear this testimony. If he doesn't plead the 5th, the jury will hear this testimony. The jury doesn't get to hear that testimony if he pleads the 5th. If he does not plead the 5th, the jury will hear that testimony. Saddle up Vicky Sue. Oh, this is insane. Here we go. Let's go.
All right. Witness in, please.
Good girl.
Crazy old F. We are going to have to fill you in through the chat. I'm too preoccupied right now. Chat will fill you in. Brian Albert is about to either perjure himself, take the 5th, or admit to a cover-up.
All right, Mr. Jackson, go right ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Albert, you were notified.
Is the jury in the room?
Commonwealth that on September 23rd, 2022, a judge specifically ordered you to preserve that phone and all its data, the phone ending in 0888. Is that right?
Yeah, at what time are you asking me that I was notified?
That day or the next?
On the 23rd?
On the 23rd or the 24th of September?
No.
Isn't it true that you were provided a letter by the Commonwealth that stated the following?
I think jury's back.
Yes, there's no objection.
Thank you. Quote, you are hereby notified that the defense in the case of Commonwealth versus Karen Reed, Norfolk Superior Criminal Case, Norfolk Superior Court Criminal Case, number 22-117, has filed a motion pursuant to Mass R. Crim P17 for the production of any cell phones that you used between January 28, 2022 and February 28, 2022, and or any data associated with those cell phones. The hearing on Ms. Reed's motion will be held on October 3rd, 2022 at 2 p.m. in courtroom 1 of the Norfolk Superior Court. You may be heard on the motion at that time. You are hereby placed on notice that these cell phones are the subject of pending litigation, and you must
My heart is racing for him. Jesus.
destroy or in any way manipulate any of the electronic data associated with the cell phone at issue. You received input. You received that notice on either the 23rd or the 24th. Is that right?
I did not.
Oh my God.
That was a stipulation. I spoke with counsel off the record.
Bull crap, he's lying.
You both have a stipulation that I haven't seen.
You just determined I'm happy to approach it.
Why don't we approach quickly?
Oh my God. No, he's not changing his answer yet, Steffi. He said he never got it. He said he never got it before. He said he's never got it now. The jury is in, I believe. Somebody said, excuse me, the jury's in.
And I would offer the following stipulation that on either September 23rd or September 24th, the Commonwealth sent a letter on Commonwealth letterhead to Mr. Albert's attention, stating exactly what was just read into the record pursuant to the court order dated September 23rd, 2022.
Okay. All right, next question.
Thank you, Your Honor. Isn't it true that you were in fact ordered to preserve your cell phone by the Commonwealth?
At some point, I was made aware of that. Yes.
All right.
Ah.
Uh-oh, perjury!
My phone was upgraded and traded in for a new phone.
It was upgraded and traded in for a new phone.
Yes.
Another way to say that is you traded your phone in and got rid of it, correct?
I traded my phone and upgraded it. Yes.
When did you get rid of your phone ending in 0888?
I upgraded my phone in September, third week of September, maybe around 22nd.
The 22nd of September.
I believe so. I can't be sure of the exact date.
So according to you, you got rid of the phone that was the subject of a court order preservation the day before it was ordered preserved. Right?
Oh.
Rephrase the question, please.
You're not the judge, you dummy.
This order
You can't ask that.
is dated September 23rd.
Oh!
2022. It was just stipulated that on the 23rd or 24th, you were then sent a notice to preserve the phone. And your testimony is on the 22nd.
Oh, God.
The day before.
Oh my God!
You upgraded your phone and got rid of it in total, correct?
I upgraded my phone on and around the 22nd, yes.
And you knew that all of the data on that phone would be factory reset and destroyed.
Objection.
Do you know that, sir?
I do not know that.
How many
Bull
times
crap.
have you upgraded your phone in your life?
Anytime you
I'm
upgrade
not
your
sure.
phone, it
4 or 5 times,
disappears.
maybe.
You're aware that when you turn a phone in and you upgrade it, the phone that you turn in, that data is factory reset, meaning it's gone. It's destroyed off of that device, correct?
Well, I think some data transfers and some doesn't.
We're not talking about a backup. I'm talking about the physical phone. That physical phone becomes a brick when you turn it in, correct?
Correct that it becomes a brick? I don't know.
It becomes effectively a brick. There is no data left on the phone. I'm not talking about backup data onto a cloud.
Oh,
I'm talking about that phone.
So the old phone, yes.
Yeah, it's just everything on it's destroyed, correct?
Right, although some of the data transfers to your new phone.
And you're aware that the very data that you were ordered to preserve would have been destroyed, according to you, the day before. Correct?
Rephrase your question or ask me a question.
You don't have the right to ask that, you dummy.
You got rid of your phone on the 22nd.
I upgraded my phone around that. I'm not sure if that's the exact date, but yes.
So it could have been after the 22nd.
I don't think it was after the 22nd.
Could have been the 24th?
No,
Could have been the 25th?
no.
So you're absolutely sure that you could not have upgraded your phone and gotten rid of it anytime after the 23rd when this judge ordered that it be preserved.
how
No.
convenient.
Because you know that if you got rid of that phone after you had been notified that you were ordered by a court to preserve it, you'd be committing a felony.
Objection, Your Honor.
Oh.
So you now claim that you got rid of the phone on September 22nd,
The day before.
2022. Hours before you were ordered to preserve it. That's your testimony, correct?
Yes.
Is that just a coincidence?
Yep.
September 4th was my birthday. The phone was broken and failing. I had planned on getting a new phone, and that just happened to be the day that I got it.
Bull crap.
Was that a coincidence?
Objection.
Sustain.
Oh, this is so enjoyable.
In June of 2023, that exact question, correct? Whether it was a coincidence. Do you remember that?
I don't.
Bull crap. You're a police
So
officer.
it's just a coincidence that within minutes.
You're trained in this
Objection, Your Honor.
crap.
Let's hear the question first.
Within minutes, hours, or days of you trading in your phone, that phone you had in January of 2022, that you were ordered to preserve it. Answer, yes. Question, that's a coincidence. Answer, yes.
Objection. With strike.
I'll let that stand.
Ooh.
That was your testimony, wasn't it?
Yes.
And that's what you're saying today to these jurors. Just
Yeah.
a coincidence.
Yes.
Did you and Brian Higgins agree with each other that you were both going to get rid of your phones?
Objection.
I'll allow that.
Oh
No.
oh.
You testified in the other hearing in June of 2022, quote, I don't recall saying that I was going to get rid of my personal phones, Brian Higgins. I may have said that. You know, there's personal stuff on my personal phone. I don't recall saying that to him, but I don't know. We had multiple conversations about things, end quote. Remember testifying to that?
Yes.
So you're not ruling out the fact that you may have told Brian Higgins that you intended to get rid of your phone, correct?
No.
You're not ruling out the fact that Brian Higgins may have told you that he intended to get rid of his phone.
No, I don't remember him saying that to me.
Your testimony was, quote, I know there were conversations about the phones. I just can't say if he was going to get rid of his phone or not, end quote. Testified to that, didn't you?
Yeah, I have no idea what he was going to do.
I'm asking, are those your words? Did you testify to that under oath?
Yes, although I don't know the context of the time that they were asking that question.
June of 2020.
No, not the date of the hearing, but when they were asking if and when that conversation took place.
Does it really matter? When it took place?
I think so, yes.
But you talked to Brian Higgins about getting rid of your phones. When do you think you had that conversation?
I don't think I talked to Brian Higgins about getting rid of my phones.
Well, you just said.
Well, you just said you did, you
You
dummy.
had conversations with Brian Higgins about your phones and possibly getting rid of your phones,
Yeah.
right?
No, I don't think that's what I said.
No.
Yes, you did.
That you both wanted to get rid of your phones.
I don't remember having that conversation with Brian Higgins at all.
Bull crap.
Your testimony was, quote, I know there were conversations about the phones, sir. Correct?
Correct that that's what you're reading?
So if you're having conversations with Brian Higgins about the phones, what the heck were you talking about?
I don't know the timing of when they asked when those conversations were. So,
He's a police officer.
Oh
They're
my
supposed
God.
to have good memories.
Have you ever had a conversation with Brian Higgins about your phones, respectively?
we may have, I can't remember that conversation
Of course you
specifically.
can.
Then why, in June of 2023, did you testify, I know there were conversations about the phones with Brian Higgins, end quote.
I'm not sure of the context of that.
So now you just can't remember.
No, I don't think I could remember during that testimony either.
You're a
If you read
police
the whole thing,
officer, you
I
dummy.
think I said I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Your quote was,
Uh,
I know there were conversations about the phones. I just can't say if he said he was going to get rid of his phone or not, end
Right.
quote.
Right.
Does that help refresh your recollection?
Yes.
So now as you sit here and you answer my question, did you and Brian Higgins have a conversation about your phones?
I
Yes
don't
or no?
remember having that conversation with Brian Higgins.
Oh my goodness.
listen to AJ. He's so frustrated. I empathize with him.
A
Oh my
liar,
God.
liar, pants on stars. You're burning in hell for lying under the oath of God to tell the truth.
I am not aware of that until after the time you're talking about.
So, without qualifying your answer my question.
Mhm.
You sit here. You're aware that Brian Higgins has also got his phone.
I know at some point, Brian.
Oh, just say it.
Did he?
Do you or do you not know as you sit there right now, man?
Yes.
There you go. Was that so hard? I know telling the truth is hard for you, but God, leave.
Talk a little bit about Michael Proctor. Did Michael Proctor come into your home at 34 Fairview on January 29th?
Yes.
Michael Proctor? Let me rephrase the question. I want to make sure I'm not talking about Officer Lang, Officer Good.
Right.
Michael Proctor from the Massachusetts State Police. Did he come into your home on January 29th?
He conducted an interview with my wife, and I don't remember if it was the 29th or the 30th. That's what you're asking.
Wasn't that interview on February 3rd?
I feel like it was earlier than that, but it could have been February 3rd.
Okay. Presume for purposes of my question that it was February 3rd that Michael Proctor interviewed your wife. Then you would not have come into your home on the 29th, 30th, 31st, 1st, and 2nd.
Right.
And you know from your training, obviously, as a first responder, the first 48 hours of an investigation are absolutely critical, correct?
Objection.
Do you know that, sir?
In that context, I don't.
Oh, come on, man. Like, come on.
You should call the first 48.
Objection, Your Honor.
Do you think the first 48 hours of a criminal investigation are critical?
Objection.
You do know that the longer you wait to properly investigate anything, the better chance that evidence can be manipulated or destroyed, right? You would agree with that.
Yes.
Did an investigator or any forensics team ever come into your house, ever, to photograph your entire home?
No, I wish they had.
Did an investigator, yeah, me too.
Objection, Your Honor.
Did an investigator or a forensics team ever come into your house to search for physical evidence?
No.
Did an investigator or a forensics team ever come into your house to search for trace evidence?
No.
Did an investigator or forensics team ever come into your house to take carpet samples, flooring samples from the basement, for instance?
No.
And to this day, you're aware that that's never happened.
Yes.
Sir, you were in the Marines before you were a police officer, correct?
Yes.
You're a combat veteran?
Yes.
How long were you in the Marine Corps?
4 years.
During the course of your Marine and military training, did you have any training in hand-to-hand combat?
Objection.
I'll allow it.
Yes.
In addition to your Marine training on the subject, did you also receive additional training from the police department, from the academy or otherwise, on basic hand-to-hand combat?
No.
It's
No.
not part of the academy?
Bull crap.
Not hand-to-hand combat, no.
Fighting techniques, use of batons, things of that nature.
Defensive tactics.
Defensive tactics. Okay, that's fighting, right?
That's
Also
hand to
hand-to-hand combat,
hand.
no.
Okay, fair enough. I may be using the wrong word. It's physical, it's training on how to either defend yourself or control another person physically.
Yes.
I mean, they're not going to send you out there on the streets completely ill-equipped. They need to know that you know how to defend yourself and how to put somebody in custody that doesn't want to be in custody, correct?
Yes.
And that might include fighting.
It could, yes.
There you go,
And beyond
Alan.
your Marine training and your police training,
Get him,
you're
Alan.
independently trained in techniques of fighting.
Have I boxed before? Yes.
Okay. And you've trained in boxing. It's not like you can walk up and smack a heavy bag, right?
You'd have to rephrase it.
You've trained. You're a trained boxer. You're a trained fighter.
You're not the
I've
judge.
boxed in the past. and
Dummy.
I've trained to box, yes.
Why does he keep saying rephrase? He's not the judge.
But I'm not a trained fighter. You're a trained fighter.
All right, so I'm going, there's an objection. You were standing, Mr. Lally.
Yes, sir.
Jurors, disregard that. Mr. Jackson, no comments.
The
just
jury ain't gonna disregard it.
In fact, your boxing boxing skills were featured in a TV show that you were featured in as well, correct?
Objection.
I'll allow that.
Yeah.
No.
You
No?
were in fact, no.
That they were featured in the show, no.
You've never shown on TV in a ring sparring with somebody?
I may have been shown training, but I don't think I was having a boxing match. No.
Okay, I wasn't suggesting.
He wasn't suggesting a boxing match, you monkey.
Is there a TV show that ever showed you in a ring boxing?
Well, that's not what you asked me, but if you're asking me that now, yes.
I'm asking you that now. I apologize. My questions are somewhat inarticulate.
Yes.
You understand the question now?
Yes.
And you have been shown, I use the word featured, you've been shown on television in a boxing ring,
Yes.
sparring.
I haven't seen the video in a while. I'm not sure if I was sparring.
If we can, Your Honor, with the court's permission, can we take a look at Exhibit 53?
Okay.
There's a clip starting at time of day 11:47 and 15 seconds to 11:48 and 35 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, he remembers that date with such clarity, right? Isn't that funny, Ragnarocker?
That's that.
Isn't that funny?
You see the two men in the foreground?
Yes.
Who are those two men?
Looks like myself and Brian Higgins.
Does it look like yourself and Brian Higgins, or is that yourself and Brian Higgins?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Would you like to play that?
Boy,
I think he's
he
wearing a hat.
committed perjury over 9 times. Lord of mercy.
That's interesting observation, Mel. I haven't thought about that. Peacocking. Peacocking, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is when you're basically like trying to act more flamboyant than you naturally are in order to capture a female's attention. It's a very astute observation.
Thank you, Larry Foreman, the DUI guy.
Questions, Your Honor.
Let's take it down and you can put the other one up after the questions.
Did you see what was displayed on that video?
Yes.
Had you seen that before?
Part of it, yes.
Is that what you and Mr. Lally went over in your preparation for your testimony?
I don't think that we went over it, but he showed me a quick clip of it.
When you say he showed you a quick look, did he ask you questions about it?
I don't think so, no.
Did you give him any answers about it?
No.
Any explanations?
No, just,
He showed you the clip and...
yeah, he just said, yeah, it looks like we were fooling around.
Okay, so you did make an explanation. You've given him
Yeah,
an explanation for it.
right, I said I think we were just fooling around.
Okay, it's the same thing you told us this morning, right?
Right.
Just fooling around.
Yeah, just having fun with my friends and hanging out and fooling around.
What were you doing? Describe what you were doing.
Having fun with my friends, hanging out, just being silly.
Okay. Describe
You being silly now, you A.O.
I was playing around, sort of getting in a boxing stance.
otherwise known as fighting skills, correct?
Yeah, for a second, yes.
Okay. And what did Brian Higgins do? You got into a fighting stance.
It looked like he was kind of doing the same thing. We
Right,
just,
fighting stance as well, correct?
yeah.
What were you two talking about? Tell you talking.
Yeah, I don't know what we were talking about. We were just being silly, fooling around, having fun.
You giving him advice on the proper way to get into a fighting stance or a boxing stance?
No.
You giving him some advice or some indicators about how to best position himself if someone is taking an aggressive stance against him?
No.
It's a good question.
Telling you what he thought was a good technique for
Probably.
fighting or boxing.
I don't think it was that serious. We were just playing, fooling around.
But both of you were in fighting
Yeah, for a second or two.
And Mr. Higgins
Yeah, it's more than a second or two.
bobbed his head and started walking toward you like a boxer, correct?
Yeah, yes.
And then you got down, you pulled your pant legs up, and you squatted down to indicate getting low, having low center of gravity, correct?
That would never, that's indicating being silly. That,
Okay.
that's
And then at
not.
some point when you're being silly, you then fake a right punch for him, correct?
I didn't notice that, but
It's in the video.
We'll take a look at the next part of this clip, which is at time of day 11:55 and 51 seconds. I'm sorry, 11:54 and 52 seconds. Okay, there's several individuals crowded around a table. Can you describe where you are and where Mr. Higgins is?
Brian Higgins is the guy on the right with the hooded sweatshirt and the emblem on the back. I have a pointer. Do you want me to use it?
That'd be great. That'd be great.
So that's Brian Higgins, and that's me.
Okay. Go ahead and play this. You see what you just did?
Yes.
What did you do when you slapped his right arm?
What did I do?
What did you do? What are you doing?
It looks like I'm just being silly, fooling around.
Oh my lord.
I'm gonna ask you for a little bit more physical description. What are you
It
doing?
looks like he's trying to mount him.
I don't really know.
Is that a wrestling hold?
No, I don't think.
Control hold?
No, I don't think so.
Is that some sort of a control hold that you've used in the past?
Bear hugging somebody? No. That's just a silly fooling around with my buddy.
A silly fooling around with my buddy.
You see what Mr. Higgins just did?
I did, yeah.
When you let him go, what did he do?
I don't know. He did some kind of, I don't know, he pretended to knee me or something.
Knee to the abdomen?
Yeah, I don't know if it made contact or not, but
Mr. Elmer, I'm not suggesting by my questions that you two are actually in a fight.
right.
I'm asking what he's doing. Does it seem to
Yeah, I don't,
you that he's playing like or practicing like techniques in fighting?
I don't know what his intent was. It looks like he's just fooling around, just like I was.
But if a grown man walks up to you, grabs you from behind, and puts a knee up to your solar plexus, that's probably not the same as a high five, right?
What is your question?
In other words, it looks like he's practicing some sort of fighting technique.
Practicing? That's not how I see that.
How would you describe it?
I just describe it as him fooling around. We're in the bar together. We're good friends, and we're just being silly and fooling. That's all.
There's a number of people in that bar. You agree with that?
Yes.
You see anybody else in that video at any time getting physical with one another?
Objection.
How much of this video have you actually watched?
Not much.
Okay, then let me ask a different question. From your memory of that night, who are the only two people in the bar that seem to be getting physical with one another?
Objection. Sure. The only person I remember being physical with was fooling around with Brian.
Okay, like just a little bit longer. Almost finished.
Alan is trying to plant the idea in the jurors' minds that Brian Albert was teaching Brian Higgins some fighting techniques that may or may not have been used to kill John
Yes.
later.
No question that you two are being friendly with
Whether it's true or not is irrelevant.
Yes.
The idea being
Yes.
planted is what matters.
There's also no question that of all the people in that bar, the only two people that appear to be imitating fighting were you and Mr. Higgins, correct?
In that video, yes.
And is there another video?
Well, no, I just don't know what everybody else was doing in the bar.
Do you remember anybody else? You know, Julie Albert or
I don't remember.
Nicole getting into a scrap with someone?
No.
It's you two, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Albert, this is minutes before everybody headed to your house at 34 Fair, correct?
Yes.
Including John O'Keefe.
Yes.
Going back to the morning of January 29th, everyone had left your location. This is after you had already arrived, had a couple of beers, people started leaving. Everybody was gone from your location at about 1:45 a.m., maybe a little thereafter.
That seems right.
Caitlin being the last person to leave.
I believe so, yes.
Exactly, juror number 13. Exactly.
What did you do to get ready for bed, settle in?
Did a bit of
I
wrestling,
went upstairs and just
bear hugging,
lied in bed. The TV was on.
some fighting
I was
stances.
Kind of watching TV.
You have a nightstand?
I do.
Is it on your side of the bed or Nicole's, or you have one on each?
We may have had one on each in that house.
Put your phone on your nightstand?
No.
Where'd you put your phone?
The phone was in bed with me.
So your testimony is that you get in bed after being on a road trip all day long, then at restaurants, at bars, then at a get-together at your house. And when you go to bed, you don't charge your phone.
No. I had the phone in the bed with me.
Why would you have the phone in bed?
We have 5 kids, and you know, if somebody was trying to call, if I needed to reach them, it's just kind of a habit I do. I put my reading glasses and my phone in bed with me.
I don't even do that.
Sometimes I charge it, but not as a routine, no.
So
You're a liar. Everybody charges their phone when they're
you
sleeping.
get home, Dad, so you make sure that your phone is nice and
Bull hockey.
but it can just run out of batteries.
Well, if it's dying, then I'll put it in the charger. But if not, I just leave it on the bed.
And what about that night?
That night, the phone was on the bed. Well, I remember the phone being on the bed.
Oh, so that you remember with clarity, huh?
2.5 years ago, about the state of the battery charge on your phone such that you know it was in the bed battery.
No, I just know as a routine, I keep my phone in the bed with me.
It's a routine. Oh, okay.
Battery needs to be charged. So that will charge.
Oh,
My answer is that sometimes I, of course, charge my battery,
oh
but
my
I
lord.
sleep with the phone in my bed.
Every single night.
Yes, mostly every night.
I thought you just said 4 questions ago. It depends on whether or not the phone needs to be charged. Sometimes you go to bed, sometimes you put it on the charger.
If the phone needs to be charged, I charge it. But I
How
sleep.
many of you
bed
people
with my
sleep
phone.
with your
Oh
phone
my God,
in the
dude.
bed? I sure
I
don't.
don't remember if it.
I
but
usually
slept
put it
in
on
bed with the
charge
phone.
when I'm sleeping.
This is so bad.
Yes.
You've been out at bars that night, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
You weren't charging your phone. We saw the video. You weren't
People, leave in the comments if you sleep with your phone in the bed or do you charge it.
But I did not.
So if your kids need to get a hold of you, why would the phone being in your bed be on the charger?
That's just what I've always done. I just keep it in my bed. My wife does the same thing.
So now you've got 2 phones in the bed.
Yes.
Oh.
Your glasses,
Yes.
right between the 2 of you.
Yes.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
Does your phone have a ringer on it?
It does.
Ever thought about maybe turning the ringer on just in case the kids need to get a hold of you?
Sometimes it's on vibrate. Sometimes it's on ring. It depends.
Yeah, depends on you. Just put it on ringer. Wouldn't that make more sense to go to bed, put it on ringer?
Objection.
What? Just ask the question.
All I can answer is that
It's a simple
I
question.
sleep with my phone in my bed. That's just what I do.
Dog.
And you know what I'm about to ask you. This is why you're saying you sleep with the phone in the bed, correct?
I
So that's sustained. That's
All right. What else?
I like it.
Can you use your wallet? Any other pocket items?
Oh, I like this.
No.
Just the phone and your glasses.
Yes.
And Nicole's phone.
Yes.
Right between the two.
Usually, yes.
What about that night?
Yes.
Sir, did you make any phone calls after you went to bed between the hours of
After you
1:45
went to
a.m.
bed.
and 6:30 a.m.?
Yes.
Who did you call?
I inadvertently called Brian Higgins.
Inadvertently.
That's right.
I don't recall the exact time. After 2.
2:22 and 35 seconds.
I like to see what Megan Fox, the writer, have on her show. But
Inadvertently.
I want to thank the DUI guy doing its live and give his comments during the live broadcast.
No.
You know, give us some ideas.
Face dial.
Thank you, DUI guy, Larry.
Sleep butt dial.
Yes.
You inadvertently.
Well, I don't know because it was inadvertent.
How stupid is he?
A butt dial, like a face dial?
You used an iPhone.
In a long time.
As a matter of fact, you've been asked this question before, haven't you?
Yes.
Answer my question. You knew what I was going to ask you. I'll withdraw. You indicated previously in a different hearing in June of 2023 that you were, quote, hanging out with your wife when you must have butt dialed Mr. Higgins, correct?
Yes.
At 2:22 and 35 seconds on January 29th, 2022, correct?
Yes.
You were asked how that could have happened, much like I just asked how that could have happened, right?
Yes.
And in that hearing, you said, quote, I'm not totally sure. Similar to what you just said here.
Yes.
And here you added that it could have been a butt dial.
Yes.
Oh, so you're adding testimony.
You were then called back to that same hearing, but at a different date, an ongoing hearing, right?
Yes.
That was in July 2023. Correct?
Yes.
You then changed your testimony and said, and I don't mean to be indelicate, your testimony was then that you were in an intimate situation, put it that way, with Nicole at the time. And that's how you butt dialed Brian Higgins, correct?
Oh.
I don't believe I said that's how I butt dialed Brian Higgins.
That's the time.
I think I said there was a time frame that was close. So I didn't say that, no.
What you said was you were in an intimate situation with Nicole at the time that the butt dial, correct?
I'm not sure if you have something you can read me or show me.
Sorry, what?
Is it your testimony?
You sit there and testify, mofo.
You and your wife were in the middle of some sort of sexual or intimate situation, and that's what caused you to butt dial the phone at that time at 2:22 a.m.
Yeah, sure.
I can show you an exhibit.
You all on the planet. Do you sleep with your phone at night or day? Don't you charge it? He had to be charging his phone. He's lying out through his blankety blank teeth.
Sir, I just want to find out if this refreshes your recollection. Look at lines 11 through 13. And let me know when you're prepared.
He inadvertently butt dialed Brian Higgins
How's that possible, people?
with his schlong. as he was getting intimate with the wifey in celebration of John O'Keefe's murder?
Yes.
Yes,
May I approach?
got it. That answer could not have been more
Does
perfect.
that refresh your recollection that you indicated at the other hearing
Just the first part of that. Does that refresh your recollection?
It does.
Thank you, Your Honor. Isn't it true that at the other hearing you indicated that at or around the 2:22 time frame, you and your wife were in bed together in an intimate situation?
Somebody clip that.
Yes, around that time. I
That
think
was
agreed.
too good. Please, for the love of God, clip that. And send it to me.
Yes.
Well,
Oh.
let me ask a couple of questions. Do you recall
Oh, I'm dying.
call that you made
Don't you dare die, Larry.
5 a.m. and the next couple of days? You remember every single one of those calls?
No.
Do you think it would refresh your recollection to look at a log of those calls during that time frame?
Thanks, RJ Medic.
Discuss those?
Yes.
Yeah, it's what you're-
And thanks for the 10 gifted. Holy crap. Shout out if you got a gifted membership from RJ Medic. He's a real G.
That's a 2 pages worth of documents. If it refreshes your recollection as we walk through this with the court's permission, let me
No, it's not funny. It's just perfect timing.
Right. I'm not going to be able to read it right now. I'll do it as you ask.
Correct. Yeah. You don't need to read it right now. Just want you to have it in front of you. By the way, you've seen these records before, correct? At the other hearing proceeding.
I've seen some records before. Yes. I don't know if these exact records or not.
All right, and you've acknowledged that at least the first page, these are your phone records for the number ending 0888, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And these are call records from January 29th
Yes.
at 2:22 and 35 seconds in the morning, correct?
Yes.
Whose number ends in 5421?
According to this, it's Brian Higgins.
The call at 2:22 and 35 seconds appears to be 1 second in length, and that's from you to him, correct?
It says 1 second. I don't.
That would be the call, the initial call from you to him, the one that you claim is a butt dial. Is that right?
Yes.
Did that call roll to voicemail, and then you immediately hung up?
No, I don't recall if it. I don't know.
So according to you, it was a butt dial that went to his phone that somehow lasted 1 second.
Right.
Okay. Then there's a second call. If you look at the second line down, there's a second call at 2:22 and 52 seconds, 17 seconds later, correct?
Yes.
That call is actually from Brian Higgins to you, isn't it?
Yes.
And that call doesn't last 1 second. That call lasts 22 seconds, correct?
Yes.
Obviously, you know how long 22 seconds is.
What's that?
You know how long 22 seconds lasts.
Yes.
So according to your phone records, you placed a call to him, and then 17 seconds later, he returned a call to you that lasted 22 seconds. Correct?
That's what the records reflect. Yes.
When you woke up in the morning, you obviously checked your phone. Did you not?
I don't know if I did.
Are you telling this jury that
Bull
the call
hockey.
that came into your phone was a missed call, or did you answer it?
I did not answer it.
So it would have been a missed call.
I just know I didn't answer the call.
So it would have been a missed call.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that. to be a fact. I just know I didn't answer the phone call. I missed the call. Yes.
That's what I mean.
Right.
You missed the call.
Right.
It did something on your phone and you just didn't answer. What do you mean?
Right.
Somebody answer the phone.
Again, you were using an iPhone.
Yes.
If you butt dialed Brian Higgins and he called you back and you didn't answer, you would have a very bright red missed call in your call log, correct?
Josh,
Do you know that?
I don't know that.
Have you ever missed a call on
Ball hockey.
Yes.
And when you go to your call logs, it says missed call in red, correct? Your wife calls you, your kids call you.
I don't think I've ever noticed that it's in red, and so no, I don't know that.
Yes, it is. It is on my phone.
That it's a missed call. That you missed a call, correct?
If I were to go back and look at my incoming calls, it would probably say missed call, yes.
And of course, if we asked you to show us your phone and show that that was a missed call, you couldn't do that because you've gotten rid of that phone, correct?
Objection.
Did you tell anyone in law enforcement that next day that oddly Brian Higgins was calling you at 2:22 a.m. and you missed a call?
No, I wasn't aware of that call.
If a call went to voicemail,
Ball hockey. You lied.
you would get that.
The membership button is
If I check my voicemail,
Right below the video.
If there was a voicemail, I would get it, yes.
That's my question. Did you get a voicemail from Brian Higgins?
No.
Which means he didn't leave a voicemail.
it says
Right.
join instead of subscribe.
The call.
You can subscribe for free and you can join on as a member.
Let's talk for a second about this butt dial. You went to bed and you closed and your phone was locked. You closed and locked your phone, correct?
Yes.
I don't want you to tell me what the passcode is, Mr. Albert. That's important. I want to make sure you understand. I'm not asking you to tell me what the passcode is, but at the time, was your passcode a 4-digit or 6-digit passcode?
4, I believe.
And that locks the phone when it's not in use, correct?
The phone will lock after it's not used for a while. I don't know the exact timing of it.
You're exactly right, Mr. Albert. I said it that way. The
Right.
phone automatically locks. You have to use the 4-digit passcode to unlock it, correct?
Well, no, I also have face recognition too, so it can open that way without any passcode.
We'll get to that in a second. The phone locks when it's not in use, correct?
Yes.
And then to make a call, once you open the phone, either through facial recognition or through the passcode, then you have to tap on the phone app in order to open up the phone app, correct?
Yes. I believe so.
Once you open up that phone app, there are only 3 ways that you can initiate a phone call. Favorites, recents, and contacts, correct?
I don't know that.
Ball, that's right, you
That
dummy.
opens up the contact page and contact app, right? You know that.
Yes.
It's where all your contacts are.
Yes.
They're alphabetized.
Yes.
You have to either scroll through or do a search and type in the name of the person you're looking for.
Right.
You didn't do that, did you?
No.
If you tap favorites, if you have favorites listed, there's a list of favorites. You scroll through and tap the one that you want to call, correct?
I think so. Yes. I'm not totally aware of that, but
And if you tap on recents, those
It's
are the
falling
recent-
apart.
recent calls that you had, you either received or made. Then of course you have to tap on the contact
Thank you, Larry.
list that you want to call, right?
yes.
And then of course you would have to tap again to end whatever call you initiate,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
I mean, you don't just say goodbye. You gotta say goodbye and hang up. You gotta tap it to hang it up.
Right.
Exactly, masters of
So would you
criminology.
agree, from a closed and locked phone, there is no physical mechanism by which a person can hit one button
Caught
and make a phone call?
again.
Objection.
Caught.
Are you saying that from your closed and locked phone, you inadvertently tapped your phone one time, and that initiated a butt dial to Brian?
Objection.
Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, then what are you saying?
How
I
did you butt dial Brian Higgins?
I don't know.
22 in the morning?
I don't know that the phone was locked. I could have been looking through my phone. I butt dial people often and make inadvertent calls. I could have hit a last call from him by accident, thus calling his phone.
So you were actually awake and on your phone at the time.
I was awake, and I could have been looking at my phone.
What?
How'd you miss the call 17 seconds
Well, my wife was in the room with me, and we were hanging out, and I never got the second call from him. So I'm
We were
not
hanging out. He
sure
really loves that
what
term,
time he called.
hanging
I'm
out.
not sure what I was doing at that second.
22
It's
seconds.
like
You
blind
had
number
to
37.
answer
I
your
lost track of
damn
his
phone.
lines.
Well, I didn't get a voicemail
I'm
from
not
him.
that
No.
Oh
dumb.
my
Did you
god.
go to voicemail?
Well, I don't know that it didn't go to voicemail. I just know that I didn't receive a voicemail from him.
Oh.
Okay,
I mean, we're all guessing here, but I mean, he could have called voicemail.
we're not all guessing.
Well,
We're not all
because you
guessing
don't know if he left a voicemail or didn't, or at least got voicemail.
Yeah, 'cause you destroyed
and
the
then hung up
phone.
the phone.
He destroyed the phone data.
I think one of us is trying to guess.
Objection, Your Honor.
Oh.
He's upset.
I
Sidebar.
think one of us is trying to guess. I love it. I love it. Alan Jackson is so spicy. Oh my god, marry me, Alan. Sorry, honey. I'm marrying Alan Jackson. Even my girlfriend's like, go for it. She gets it. Oh my god.
That your phone was open and unlocked at 2:22 a.m.
I'm saying it could have been.
Are you saying that it was?
I don't know.
Strabo, you were the only person that was there with your phone. Was the phone unlocked and did you make a call?
Objection.
Can you answer that?
Sure, I don't know.
And 17 seconds later, again, presuming you're the only person there with the phone, did you answer that call?
I did not.
For 22 seconds, you have to answer the phone.
In order to
I'm
answer the
not
call,
that
you can't
dumb.
use your phone. It has to be swiped.
I might be stupid, but I ain't that dumb.
I think you can hit. I think it comes up green or red for the phone call, whether it's locked or not, and you can hit green.
Right, but you have to hit a button.
Yes,
Did you hit a button to answer a call
I
from
did.
Brian Higgins?
I don't.
I don't need to talk over you. Please let me finish my
This is cross,
Did
yes.
you hit a button to answer a phone call from Brian Higgins at 2:22 and 52 seconds in the morning?
Not that I know of.
You had to answer the phone for 22 seconds.
Yes.
You had
Touching
to.
your butt will not answer that phone. It has to be swiped.
No, I don't think it has to be swiped.
You'd agree that a 22-second call from Brian Higgins had to have been answered by you. Isn't that right?
Objection.
Do you agree with that?
No,
Did Nicole, who else was in the room?
Bull crap.
just myself and my wife.
Your wife answered it then.
But Chloe's not a human, so it was myself and my wife.
By process of elimination, Nicole didn't answer that call, did she?
No,
Chloe, the non-human, didn't answer that call, did she?
no.
So who had to have answered the call, sir?
Objection.
Can you answer that?
No, answer.
I don't remember answering that call. Could
Bull
been by
crap.
accident, causing it to answer.
Okay. Let's
Somebody answer the phone for 22 seconds.
one or two more questions.
One more.
Now your testimony is you could have answered the call, correct?
No, my testimony is that I don't know. You're asking me how it could have answered, and I'm trying to answer your question.
He keeps changing
At a
it.
prior hearing in June of 2022, you were asked,
I hope this jury ain't dumb.
quote, yeah, it's only possible that it's new, end quote, correct?
I don't recall answering that way, but I'm not sure.
Oh, God.
And you were also asked, after being confronted with these records, quote, I guess I could have talked to him, meaning Mr. Higgins, correct?
I don't recall saying that, no.
Did Lally object? What was that sigh? It was like a. Did you hear that? He stated it could have been a one touch if he was calling last call. What's happening? Is my stream lagging?
Brian Higgins.
What's going on? I mentioned to Brian that I may have butt dialed you last night. Sorry about that.
Did the two of you agree that you were going to both say these calls were butt dial in order to cover up?
Did you butt dial your butt lover?
We did not say that.
But let's be clear, since then and now, you've gotten rid of your phone, correct?
I upgraded my phone, yes.
And since then and now, Brian Higgins has gotten rid of his phone.
Yes.
By the way, you had indicated that you were awakened in the morning by Jim McCabe about 6:30, correct?
Yes.
And when you woke up, you said you grabbed your phone to make a call. Is that right?
No.
No?
Is it true that you grabbed your phone and called, made a call at 7:20 in the morning?
Yes. But that's not when I was awoken by my sister-in-law.
Sorry, that wasn't my question. After you were awake and you're up, you
Right.
started making calls.
Right.
My question is, what was the first call you made? 7:20.
Can I look at this?
If that refreshes your recollection with the court's permission. Yes.
At 7:20, I called Brian Higgins.
Mr. Albert, you have 6 siblings and 5 kids, right?
Yes.
You have in-laws, cousins, huge family, correct?
Yes.
But in the morning you find out that John O'Keefe is laying dead or dying on your lawn. The first call you made at 7:20 was to Brian Higgins.
Oh.
Yes.
Same
Interesting.
person you had a call with, or at least the logs indicate you had a call with at 2:22 in the morning.
Yes.
During that 7:20 a.m. call, did you two discuss the 2:22 a.m. calls?
No.
But you just said that you told him, oh, I think I may have left that.
Yeah, that was later in the morning when he came to the house.
Not on that 7:20 a.m. call.
No.
What did
Oh,
you
that
do
is
about
big.
that 7:20 a.m. call?
I informed him of what was going on at my house. We were out the night before, and I thought it was important for him to know what had happened.
Why is it important?
Robert, I have a couple more questions about the phones, or the phone usage that morning and the day, throughout the day. You called Brian Higgins at 7:20 a.m. for 1 minute and 56 seconds, correct?
Yes.
Brian Higgins called you at 7:30, 5 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yes.
You called Brian Higgins at 7:57 a.m., spoke for 12 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yes.
You then called your brother, Kevin Albert, at 9:40 a.m., spoke for 1 minute and 5 seconds.
Yes.
Chief Berkowitz called you at 9:50 a.m. and left a voicemail, is that right?
He didn't leave me a voicemail, but I think he called me.
You called Chief Berkowitz back at 9:54, 4 minutes later, and spoke for 4 minutes and 40 seconds, right?
Yes.
You called Jim McCabe at 11:30 a.m., is that right?
Yes.
Jim McCabe called you back at 12:20 p.m. You spoke for 7 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yes.
You called Kevin Albert again at 2:01 in the afternoon and spoke for 8 minutes.
Yes.
You called Kevin Albert at 6:45. I'm sorry. You called Brian Higgins at 3:24 p.m. and spoke for 6 minutes and 5 seconds. Is that right? And if it refreshes your recollection, there's a second page, second log. You'll turn your attention to the 3:24 p.m.
Very selective memory. Extremely selective.
Trying to find it.
Take your time.
What time are you referring to?
3:24 p.m.
I see it. Yes.
And there's a second call. You called Brian Higgins at 6:12 p.m. to speak for 1 minute and 7 seconds, right?
Yes.
And then the third one on that page, you called Brian Higgins at 6:35 p.m. to speak for 10 minutes and 12 seconds, correct?
So I ask you again, sir, did you order the code red?
You called Kevin Albert at 6:45 on the next on that same day.
You goddamn right I did.
Yes.
Then on the next day, January 30th, you called Chief Berkowitz and spoke for 1 minute and 6 seconds.
Yes.
And the following day, you spoke with Jim McCabe, who called you at 8:04 p.m., correct?
Yes.
And finally, Chief Berkowitz called you at 1:48 p.m. on February 1st, right?
Yes.
3 days later, you spoke again to Brian Higgins at 8:48 a.m. Is that right?
Yes.
The subject of these calls, Mr. Albert, were all about the fact that John O'Keefe was found dying on your yard, on your lawn, on January 29th, 2022. Isn't that right?
I don't know the subject of all these calls, no.
You had to have been talking about that event.
Of course, it was a horrible situation that was going on. Everybody was distraught, and there were a lot of phone calls. This call log doesn't encompass all the phone calls.
No, it doesn't.
There are a lot of phone calls being made to a lot of people because of this horrible situation.
And the point is, Mr. Albert, those many calls that you just described, especially as they pertain to Brian Higgins, Jim McCabe, Kenny Berkowitz, your brother Kevin Albert, were those many calls an effort to get stories straight?
No, absolutely not.
Were those many calls an
We're gonna send the jury out.
Oh.
Chris, actually, why don't we take the lunch?
Lunch break?
I'll see Chris outside.
Court, all right, please.
Okay, all right. 3:42. Interesting, Judge Beverly Canoni. Interesting, very much. Why are you doing lunch break right now? Very interesting. I wonder why. I wonder why right now. I guess, yeah, it's 12:40 in Dedham. Today's Monday, May 13th. I'm gonna be in court. On Wednesday the
So
15th.
we'll have the lunch and recess.
All right.
All right, lunch and recess. Back to my OnlyFan. Back to my OnlyFan. Wow. Absolutely wow. It finally turned into a murder trial. That was a cross-examination that is going to go down in history as one of the best cross-examinations of a potential murderer that I have ever seen. That was not an innocent bystander, folks, just randomly taking the witness stand. That was literally a murder. We just witnessed a murder, folks. That was a murder of Brian Albert. That's what we just saw. Wow. So we're done with the morning. That means since we're doing an early lunch, I guess I'll see you guys back here either like between 1:40 and 2. I have the stream set at 2, but I might just start it early. So keep an eye out. I mean, we will not be back before 1:40, that's for sure. That's for sure. And that was a fatality, folks. I agree. Michael Carter, he took the words out of my mouth. Fatality. Flawless victory. It's interesting that he took the stand on my time. It was 22 minutes and 22 seconds. September 22nd, 22 seconds of talking, butt dialing with his butt buddy, Brian Higgins. I mean, a lot of 22 today. I don't know if you guys are numerologists or anything, but I believe the number 22 is a very significant, powerful number. It's a godly number. As a matter of fact, I see 22s everywhere I go, and I think there's some significance in it if you are like me. It may just be a pure coincidence. I think it's irrelevant, but you like that?
I like to
he was
see
butt
other
dialing his butt buddy.
lawyers
I mean,
do
what else
this
do you call it?
live.
Sorry, not sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get
But
some work done. I have a couple
Megan
of calls I gotta make,
Fox and
enjoy
MG
your
Law
lunch,
do
and
it
I will
later
see you
on
folks
in the
back
night.
here in about 1 hour. Bye, everybody.
People, that's what I like about DUI guy. Make sure you go to his channel and subscribe to his channel. Give him the thumbs up on his video. The reason I like the DUI guy, he explains it.
The nation's long web of interstates provided the perfect hunting ground.
He explains it into detail where people who's not too smart and stuff like that. So I want to thank you all. Make sure you hit my subscribe bell, thumbs up, and all this. I give you permission to share it. That way they won't get on you for copyright. And I want you all to pray for me because tomorrow I'll be in the hospital. I guess these soap doctors got their own hospital in New Albany. It's out by IUS, southeast here in Indiana, around New Albany, Indiana. And they're going to run that scope down my throat, my esophagus, whatever you call it. Check to see if it's cancer. Probably spread it open, because Friday and Saturday, I had problems eating watermelon. I love watermelon. But it's not a Jackson County watermelon, or a cantaloupe. If you all ever had a Jackson County watermelon or cantaloupe, you know how good they are. But I had problems after I gum it to death of doing this. And this cop has lied over 9 times, committed perjury. One time the jury was out of it while giving testimony. You people been on a jury. People, all I ask you to use common sense. And if you're at home watching it, take your notes and see what you come out. But what the witness that the state put on, I have my reasonable doubt. I have my reasonable doubt. They can't find his shoe. They can't find his hat he had on. The police screwed up their investigation. They blotched it. I know there's lawyers and police officers out there. You do not use a leaf blower to blow the snow away from evidence. That's a no-no. You use like a wish broom or a paintbrush to do that. Have you heard last week they had those red cups? It's not sterilized. Most of your police departments or CSIs, whatever you want to call them, got sterilized petri dishes where they can put it in it. They have a sterilized bag. They put evidence. You don't go put it in a regular grocery paper bag. You don't do that, people. I know it's only my opinion. And you people in Australia, Canada, Russia, I'd like to know your comments on this. To me, when that cop deleted his data, that reminds me of ex-sheriff Jamie Noe here in Clark County, Indiana. The defense attorney, he can find out when he got that new phone. maybe he did get a phone call from somebody to delete his data. You might, like I said, I'm not a police officer, but I do watch a whole lot of police shows on YouTube that's done by their CSI and all that. You might erase your data, but it's up there in the cloud somewhere. It's always there somewhere. So my question is, what is he hiding? Did he kill him? So to me, I think Karen Reed is being set up. I know some of you said she's guilty. You're right. You know, it's your right to subscribe to anybody's channel. It's free. It don't cost you anything. I had a good-looking young lady from Australia ask me why I subscribe to your channel. I'm going to tell you all why I subscribe to your channel. I look at the comments, then I go to your channel and see if you got any videos. There's a whole lot of videos I like, people. I like either your comment or your videos, or you don't have that many subscribers. I want to help you out to get more subscribers. I hope you do the same thing to me, help me out to get more subscribers. If you're over 60 years old, people, like me, I'm in my 70s. I don't have nothing to do except watch YouTube videos when I'm not watching Perry Mason, Matlock, that police show with Bubba and Chief Gillespie, their shows, and Bones, on TV. I watch CSI Las Vegas, CSI Florida, CSI New York. I know you all said it's movies, but you got real CSIs that's helping them out make sure it looks like it's real. Some of them is regular CSI stories. It's making it to TV. I want to ask you all out there on the planet, a week or so ago, they was going to do a space flight test. And I can't find when they going to do it. I thought they was going to do it last Friday. They didn't do it because they had a valve that went bad. I can see the safety concerns. But I want to thank you all out there on the planet. If you want to send me stuff, I know you all have watched What the Hells. They got a post office box. People all over the planet send them stuff. You can do that. So here's my post office box. It's Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. And I want to show you a cat. This is Alexi. There's Nancy. There's Wildcat. There's Socks and Nancy. I love, if you all want to send me stuff from my cats, like cat treats, anything like that, or or canned cat food, like anything that got fish, 'cause they love that. Even my baby outside cats. Oh, them baby outside cats will fight you over canned cat food. So you can do that. If you all know how to use the Cash App, it's the $ Tom Cartwright 4375 on Cash App if you want to send a donation. You know, I don't get nothing from YouTube because I don't have 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. You know, I appreciate your help because, you know, I've told you about my medical problems, this and that. I know I got too many cats. I got about 10 inside cats, 20 plus outside cats. But people, I tell you about something living in the country. You're going to have mice. You're going to have moles. You got to have some way to control your mice population. Since I got all them outside cats, which you saw in my past videos, they keep the mice population down. This year, I haven't seen any mice in the house. The only problems I got is flies. You know, I keep everything sweep up, cat box cleaned out, you know, like this. So I'm trying my best. And you people out there on YouTube, young and old, what I consider old, you all been on YouTube a long time. Just remember, when you started out, you didn't know what you're going to do. And one day, you got lucky and hit it big. And you got over your 1,000 subscribers. You got over your 4,000 watch hours. That's all I'm asking you all to do is help me out get my 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. You don't have to like my videos, but just subscribe. I might get lucky one day and you'll like it. You know, with your help. You can put in the comments what you want me to talk about. I've listened to you all. I put in there, you all ask for court videos and stuff like that. You know, I'm hoping that's what you wanted. Some of you was real happy. I did pick up a few subscribers. And people said, do you subscribe to TV news? The only TV news I subscribe to is where I live. But it'd be nice if we subscribe to those TV stations all over the planet. It would be nice if they would subscribe to us. Why, you all ask? 'Cause sometimes some of us comes up to a wreck or a house for a police pursuit, anything like that. 'Cause that way they have it for their news station on the planet, no matter what country you're from. After I talked to that sweet young lady over in Australia last night, she asked a whole lot of questions that I'm very proud of her for asking that. And you heard me explain to you the reason I subscribe to your channel. Either you're low on subscribers, I like your videos, or I like your comments. Now that's probably the three things that I subscribe that I like about you all YouTube. If I like your comment, I'm going to subscribe to you. If I like your videos, I'm going to subscribe to you. If you got no subscribers or 50 or 100 subscribers, I'm going to subscribe to you. All I ask in return that you subscribe to my channel. Help me get those 1,000 subscribers. And like I say, I'm 70 plus years old, people. I live on a budget between $800 and $900 a month. People, if you're working young and old, you have to have a budget. You know how much your house payment or your rent, car insurance, car payment, taxes on your house, your electric bill, gas bill, etc. You know what your budget's going to be for the whole year. You know what your gasoline going to be for your vehicle to go back and forth to work or to the grocery store or the hospital or the doctor's office. You know what your gas is going to be by the week. So I want to thank you all that has subscribed. Please don't give up on me. Help me. Help me to improve it. Tell me things that I can help to improve it. Because you all, some of you have been on YouTube a couple of years and got over 30,000 subscribers or more. You know, that's all I'm asking for you, young and old, women and men, to help people out like me. You know, I'm 70 plus years old. I got some old people on here, but I consider them young. So also, people, keep an eye on your neighbors. You know, if they're old, see if they need anything or need to go to the grocery store, check up on them. Like if you are in Florida, Lake Wells, Florida, I got a good friend down there, Norman Snyder, I believe. She's a poetry lady. She reads poetry. Some of you is not into poetry. But if you live in Lake Wells, Florida, you know Noreen Snyder, ask her if she needs anything. Maybe go to a doctor or the grocery store, post office, you know, or church. You know, ask her. And I want you all to subscribe to her channel. She got 80-something subscribers. She's an older lady, maybe my age, lost her husband probably about 3 years ago. She's all alone, you know. So let's help her out, you know. Let's get her, a bunch of subscribers. Tell her you heard it from Tom Cartwright 4375 on YouTube that he told us to come down and subscribe to his channel. I want to thank the DUI guy. Some of you don't like him. That's okay. I've watched Kern County Crime Watchers in Bakersfield, California. I watch RD on the Scene. I watch The Expert and his wife, the White Rabbit, and Megan Fox, the writer. She's a reporter. She be covering this, and she'll give her input. Then you got the Umbrella guy, who I believe is a doctor, a psychiatrist maybe. That's why he's hiding his face, to protect him and his family, his wife and children. If you wonder why, that's why. And Triumph's Beware. Why is he hiding his fate. There's a reason. He could be a police officer, he could be a fireman, he could be a lawyer or a psychiatrist. That's why he's exposing the bad people out there. Now, you saw on my live stream and his live stream, I joined him on stage. You know, when Fraud Wrangler had a seizure or withdrawal from drugs, because the Wrangler, he forgot to turn his camera off one day, which I saved that video, that he had a needle shooting something into his arm. A diabetic don't shoot in their arm. You people who's diabetics knows where you shoot yourself with a needle. Because I got diabetes. So, I know some of you hate it when I talk about the Wrangler. You know, FW for short. But that's okay. I don't like people who hates people because of the color of the skin. Or they splice different videos to make them look good. With people, to me, that's how come I don't edit my videos. I want to see you see everything that I do. Some people edit their videos, but I don't know how to do it. You know, I got one of them cheap $300 computer that I got from Best Buy. I hope that's not copyright because I said Best Buy. You know, $300. Somewhere around it, and it's 5 years old. I like to have a new computer. It's, like I say, go back and look at that one I done on a computer, because it got a better graphics card than this laptop of mine, which is a HP. I look on the internet, see if I can buy a different graphics card for my laptop. Nope, I can't. A desktop, yeah, but a laptop, no. No, I asked God to help me out on getting a new computer. That computer I showed you is $1,800 from Best Buy and Walmart. Maybe you can get it cheaper at Amazon. I don't know. I don't know nothing about computers. So, will I come back after lunch? I don't know, because, like I say, I got to go to the doctor hospital tomorrow, where they run that scope down my throat, check to see if it's cancer or what. You just have to wait until tomorrow. I'm going to be scared. You know, I can't eat or drink anything after so-and-so time. I couldn't take my Ozempic shot Friday because I go to the hospital tomorrow. And some of my medicines I can't take. So that means I won't take no medicine today or tomorrow until after I get back home from the hospital. So I'm going to try to do a live stream on the way to the hospital. Will I do a live stream coming back home? Well, I'm going to be in the co-pilot seat. And you might not want to hear me cussing my driver out on the way back, because I don't like anybody driving me, if you know what I mean. So, hit the subscribe bell, hit the thumbs up. When I'm on a computer, people, I do use StreamYard. You type StreamYard into your browser, whatever you use, if it's Google, Firefox, whatever you use, you type StreamYard into your search engine. And you come down to StreamYard, click on it. It takes you through the steps. Okay, they got the free version of StreamYard. That's only 20 hours a month. And if you don't do 20 hours a month, that free version will probably be satisfied for you. They got a paid version. They got a couple of stages of the paid version. The other one is between $15 and $19 a month. Unlimited videos. Then I think it goes all the way up to about $100 a month. You know, you can share videos. You've seen some of them I share, but I'm still thinking it's my computer kind of not have the right graphics card. You all smarter than that for me. So, let's see, today, Monday, 1:09. I'll probably walk to the mailbox. Today's Monday. Might not get nothing in my county post office box. But you all can send me stuff in the mail. The reason I say Tom Cartwright 4375 at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. The reason I put 4375 on there, I know it came from a YouTube person or Twitch, people. That way I know it came from one of YouTube people. And my Cash App, if you want to send money, it's the $, Tom Cartwright 4375. So, it helps me out. Because people, if you look on the internet, what a 40-pound or bigger bag of dry cat food, you know about how much I spend a month. You could say I spend close to $75 a month. The inside cats, they get a cup of food a day. And these cats in here with me, the female cat, and Socks, who's the king, they get 1 cup a day. I mean, it's a small cup. The outside cats, I dump some in the pan on the porch. Then I dump it down low. Then I put some in some cans for the baby kitty cats. And you saw my recliner outside. I put there for the cats if they want to eat up there, and the strange cats that comes here and eats. But I love kitty cats. So I want to thank you. I'm going to end this. I might come back later. God bless you all. I want to say, let's help each other out and give us all subscribers. Because you don't like my comments, don't unsubscribe. Give me ideas how I can improve it. So, God bless you all.